Alright, so this is part 3 of this website over here that I'm building. So far, the only thing I think I'm going to do today is this grid over here, so this section. And so I'm going to first kind of sketch it out in the whiteboard so that I know what I'm doing, and then we'll go back to the coding. So we'll start with the grid, right? So this is going to be a grid, so this whole thing is going to be, inside a box. I really cannot draw straight using a tablet. Okay, so this is going to be the grid, right? So this is div class grid. So that's how it is in the markup. And inside, let me use another color. Inside, there is 6 things, 2, 4, yeah. So there's card content. So each thing is going to be its own div. So this is one div. This is another div. This is another div. This is another one. So there's 6 basically. So the whole thing is the grid needs to have, in CSS, right? The grid needs to have a grid. After you do display CSS, it needs to have a grid template, columns of 1FR, because there's 2 columns, right? So 1FR. And then we want 3 rows, but I can do it automatically so each div, so there's going to be a card content div, which I already have. I'm going to say card content. So maybe we can make it so that it's a certain height, or we can just set the rows here. So I could be like grid, template, rows, and set it like at like 50 or like 60 VH, and 60 VH, because I want there to be 3 rows of a height of 60 VH. So the height, like this length over here, like this length is 60, like that line, 60 VH, like vertical height. So maybe I can do that. So grid template row 60 VH and blah blah blah. And so maybe it'll look like that. And then this, I feel like I can do the same thing that I did on the header, on the hero section. I can do it here. So I think I'm going to copy that code and just kind of fix it, kind of like apply it here, especially with the buttons. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, and then this one, oh wait, no, yeah, it's fine. So then it's a grid. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me see if I can figure that out. Alright, so let's find the grid. Let's find the grid, which is all the way here at the bottom. Here's the grid. So it's border yellow solid, so it's obviously has a yellow border. I'm going to start, I already started off with the other one, but I think, hold on. So grid template columns 1FR, and then I said grid template rows, and have it be 60 VH, 60 VH, and then 60 VH, and see how that is gonna work out. And then let me open it in another page. I think it became shorter, but it needs to be really like bigger. I don't know, I'm not sure. Like each row is a certain, what if I take away this? Right. Okay. So first of all, for the grid itself, I needed to have, can we do a padding of 50 pixels, so it could be like everything in here. Alright, so let's save and then reload, and it should look something like that, and that looks really bad. So maybe not have this. Maybe instead let's do a margin. I don't know. We're experimenting. No, this is not what I wanted. Oh, it's because I have it. Wait, so then what did I have? Yeah, I had a padding. Yeah, that's fine. So I basically need, I need these things to be bigger. So maybe instead of 60 VH, wait, because if you open the actual page, it's kind of like its own section. So that's 100 VH. So let me do 100 VH for each row, 100, and then 100, and save, and then reload. Okay, but here's the thing. It's not doing the entire thing. So, oh, it's because I gave it a certain width. I gave the height. I gave the thumbnail a certain height. So if I just delete this, or not, did I give the card content a width? I didn't. So why do I need to give the thumbnail a width? So maybe instead of that, we could do 100 BH as well. So then, alright, so, oh yeah, so we did 100 VH. Okay, so that's fine, I guess. But then the width, I needed to also be something, I can have it as 800 pixels. This is I'm not even going to bother making any of this responsive because it's just too hard. So it's not gonna happen. I don't want it to be 800 pixels. I need it to be the same. What if I don't give it a width? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and so we did that, and then for this one, I have inner image, and I should have done, wait, so let's go to the grid. So we have the thumbnail, we have card content, no, where is it? Right here. It was because I didn't copy it. So I should put this over here and call this card ID card 1. Or is it 2? Okay, and then I think we have one over here. And we're going to call this 3. So it should be kind of the same. Alright. So now they're in all of them. So, but I want to make the image bigger. So I'm going to give it a width. I don't know. Maybe I should have just done the same size as the thumbnail, but then just give it padding. So maybe I'll do like maybe 100%, and then do position relative. Save that and see what it looks like. Yeah, perfect. Okay, but then I'll do a padding of I don't know, 20 pixels. Let's see how that goes. That's really bad. Or maybe it's a margin. Reload. Okay, perfect, yeah. So margin, let's do a 50 pixels, and let's just experiment until we get what we want. But here's the thing. Why isn't it not doing from... Okay, 50 pixels, 50 pixels. Why is it not doing anything? So margin from the top, 50 pixels. What? What's going on now? What if I do 100 pixels? Well, now it's working, isn't it? Well, I guess I do want it to have a certain width and height then. I guess. I don't know. Should I have... Yeah, it's not going to work out because it's not... I need it to be the same width. So let me get rid of this. And instead I'll just do what I had in the first place. So Let's try to kind of size it out as we see it. It's just too small, so let's do like 800, 800, save, reload. Whoa. What about 700? I mean, not really. 650. Okay, I think that's kind of fine. 650. I mean, I guess. I don't know. But then I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna do this because I don't even know how to do that. So, okay. Let's see. So featured campaigns. So we figured this part out. But I kind of messed it up. It's supposed to be, so let me fix my markup. It's supposed to be one and then the other. So this card, well, at this point, okay, so the first is supposed to be card content. Let's go back up. Card content, right? That's the card content, and then we have a thumbnail. So that's right. But then we have a thumbnail over here and then card content. So let me switch. So this is card content. Right, so let me just drag this over here and then move this over here and then save, and then it should be like that now. Nope. This one should be here then. Save, reload. Okay, perfect. Now let's work on this part of the grid. I don't even. This is so crazy. So, oh, it's called card content. I forgot. Okay. So, card content. So, the card content is going to have a border of 5 pixels. That's solid. But then I need it to be like, I don't know. I need the paragraph to have its own thing. So, I'm going to do card content P. I'm going to have to give it a width of like, I don't know, 100 pixels right now and see what that gives us. Oh, it's because it changed. Well, that sucks. How about 200 pixels? I guess. 200 pixels, and then we also want a margin top of 20 pixels. So just space between, oh, wait, yeah. Actually, top and bottom, so it's just going to be top and bottom, so top, bottom, and then 0 pixels. There we go. Okay, and then we have card content. We have an H1. So we have card content H1. And that has a really small font size, so 10 pixels. Whoa. This is not. Oh no, I think we're gonna have to give it an ID because there's multiple H1s. So H1, I'm gonna call it 1. And then this one, I'm gonna give it an ID of 2. So that's for each card content. So card content, so it's ID of 1, and then over here an ID of 2, and then the last one, where is it? Over here, an ID of 1, and then an ID of 2. Okay. Where were we? I forgot. Yeah, over here. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna do #1. Nice. We could though make it a little bit bigger. 12 pixels. Okay, 10, 20. Okay, that's fine. 20 pixels. And then the title, so #2 is gonna be a font size of like 30 pixels, and it's going to have a width of maybe 150 pixels. 350 pixels. I guess. Let's do that. Oh, actually, 400 pixels. What happened? Okay, 380. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, perfect. And font size, let's do 60. Or not. Okay, let's do 580. Okay, that's good. So we're doing that. So it should be the same for each one. And then I also want, for the paragraph now, the card content P, it needs to have a certain font size. So it does have a certain font size. So we're going to give it a font size of, I don't know, 200 pixels. Jesus Christ, am I smart? Like, am I dumb? I'm sorry, okay. 50 pixels. That's too small. Or not. That's actually 20 pixels, man. I don't know. Okay, so we're doing that. And then I want to get the actual font. Why don't my extensions ever work? Okay, I think I already did that. So font family, but I don't think, oh, come on. Yeah, as long as you anything. How about font? But why do I feel like it's just not the same? Okay. We could make this a little bit bigger. We could make the width a little bit bigger. That's horrifying. Okay. And then let's do the buttons. So if I go back, card content, we have, I think, card content. Oh, I don't think I ever finished the, I added this, grid buttons. Yeah, so in card content, just add this grid button here. And then there should be one over here. Yeah. Oh, there's another one? I'm so confused. I'm really confused. I'm like actually confused. Like I don't know what I just did. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me just delete all of that. Okay, I don't know what I did. So let's just go one by one and figure our lives out. Okay, so for this first one, or let's actually go to the, I don't know, the third one has, grid buttons here, and it's to learn more. Oh, that's a second. I'm like really confused. So, oh yeah, that is the second one. Yeah, that's the learn more button. And it has the class grid buttons. But then for the first one, oh yeah, it does have a class grid buttons. But then, oh, and the last one doesn't. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay. So, see, I figured that out. Okay, great. So I'm gonna do over here, I do grid buttons so we can see what it looks like. So I'm gonna do 5 pixels back solid. So you're gonna see a thing over here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go back and I'm just gonna copy the code that I did for this one because it's literally the same thing. So that's the hero button section. So I just have to find that. So hero button, hero content, hero button container 2. I think this is what it was. And then we just kind of copied all of this. And this was, yeah, this was all of it. So let's go back down here. I'm just gonna do over here. I'm just gonna do a lot of space so I can kind of differentiate if I have to just delete the code. I'm gonna add all that there. And what I'm gonna do is for each button, they should have an ID. Let's see. Well, they only have, let's go for the first one has, yeah, 2 buttons, but doesn't have an ID. So this is gonna be grid button 1. So grid B1. And then this one is gonna have an ID of grid button 2. So we go back down. I'm just gonna kind of change everything. So grid button, and then I'm just gonna move these things into here. So they're gonna be like that. Delete this. For the hero button, or I guess for the button itself. So we're gonna do, what is it? For each button, I don't think that messes anything up, right? Because, let's see, let me save it, let me reload. Maybe that does, hold on. So, yeah, that did mess something up. Okay, so, because it has another button class, which is really annoying. I don't think hold on. If I could just go back and delete the button class, because it doesn't have a class of button here. It's just, I use header button, that's it. Let's save and see if anything happens. No, right? Perfect. So, because nothing happened, I could just kind of find out if there's any more classes. Okay, so that's fine. I could just put that back in there now and see. It's not going to change anything here. It's not going to change anything here because I used different things. It's not going to change anything here. And we get this nice and pretty over here. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to do hero button, say button A. And that's just going to change everything in there. And then I gave it grid B1, right? Grid B2. This is grid B1. Grid B2. Let me just copy this one. One. And then grid B2. Okay, so it's looking like that. Now we just gotta fix it because it's not those colors. So this one over here, oh no, well it's the same color as this. Okay, copy that. So the background for grid B1 is supposed to be this, okay? And then the background for grid B2 is supposed to be white, right? But then for grid B1A, it's supposed to be white. For grid B2A, it's supposed to be black. But when you hover over it, for grid B1, it should turn into, the background should turn into, what, none? Yeah. None with a border of black, of like that same color, not black. So, hex code should turn like that. And then when you hover over B2, it should turn into this color over here. So make sure you put that hex code in there. And then when you hover over A, grid B1 over A should turn black. Okay, and then when you hover over B, it should turn white. Ain't that pretty? Okay, so we got that. good. Only problem is if I just... It looks weird. Like, it's not... Okay, so the width... Oh, maybe it's the padding? No, because without the padding, they have nothing. Yeah, it's ugly. Maybe each button can have a width of 200 pixels. That's so bad. I'm so confused. I don't even... Okay, so grid B1, right, is a button 1, so it can have a width of 300 pixels. Yo, I'm like lost. 150. Why is it like that? So 150 and then width over here 150 maybe? Yeah, it's not giving. Like, this is so bad. Okay, let's delete this and then see what we can do. So maybe I can put the font size of grid B1 to be smaller. I don't know if it's 20 pixels. I could do 15 pixels. We could do that. We could do 17 pixels. Okay, and then we can do the same thing for this one. And then it could look like that. But then maybe, just so it doesn't look weird, let's fix box sizing, border box, and see if that fixes that issue of it being different. It does not. Of course it doesn't. Okay. Because it makes it bigger, and that's the issue. Oh, it's because it has a border already. I don't need to have a border. Or maybe actually it does. I don't know. Ugh. I could just set the width of it here. I could be like grid template rows and have it be like 50. I don't know, like 20 VH, 20 VH. Yeah, that's horrifying. So let's do like 5. That's still, it still doesn't fix the issue. Okay. Why is this one bigger than this one? Like, what? This one wasn't bigger. This one's not. This one's the same. So what's the issue? Grid 1. So I'm gonna do ID 1 for. Okay, let's go to card 2, card content 2, and over here give it an ID of grid B1, but then just give it a class at that point, like class grid DB whatever 1. Copy that and then go back to I think it's the first one and just leave it as a class because it's more than one, and then just fix that over here. Just do dot grade B1 anytime you see grade B1. so that now it applies to this one over here as well. Okay, now what? Now what's the problem, man? Like, I'm literally so annoyed. So now it's not even being normal, like it's being weird. This is weird. This is really weird. You know what? Okay, let me just go back and just give it its own ID of grid B3, man. I don't know, and just give it the same things. And let's go back here and turn everything how it was. And then just every time I see grid B1, I'll just do comma and then just do hashtag grid B3. And it should be the same properties. I'll just copy the whole thing. Just be like that. Okay, so now it has its own thing. Let's see. Oh my god, now here we go again. What is the issue? Why does it want to be like this? I don't understand. It's so annoying. Oh. I'm gonna cry, bro. Okay, you know what? I am really annoyed, so I'm just gonna... This might be so unorganized, but I don't care. Now it's not even working. Nothing works. That's amazing, isn't it? Oh, it's because oh, whatever. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's fixed. So now, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna go to grid B2 and then just give it more of a padding. So I'll go grid B2 and give it a padding of 5 pixels. Jesus Christ, what is I don't understand. Oh, it's because it already has a padding of 1 EM, so maybe 2 EM. Oh my god, this is so annoying. This is really, really annoying. Okay, here's the thing. When I hover over grid B1, so grid B1 hover, right? When this happens, I need grid B2 to have an extra padding of 2em, man. I don't know. Oh no, wait. Oh, no, 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 it's not that. It's when I hover over this. Okay, never mind, never mind. When I hover over grid B2. Where's grid B2 hover? Where is that? Okay, right here. When this happens... Okay. Oh yeah, I need it. Okay, right there, perfect. I needed to have a padding of 2em. Maybe, or I don't know. No, that's not what I want. Because why does it affect? This is so annoying. How about... Oh, I'll give it a border of the same color. But then it's too big, so let's do 3 pixels. 2 pixels? Maybe I'm just going crazy and I'm imagining things. See? Perfect. Fixed it. Okay. Moving on. Let's just look at everything how it is. Okay, now I want the whole card content to have a display of flex. So card content and have a display of flex, so everything is going to be kind of in the middle, I mean centered, right? So I'm going to have flex direction, because right now flex direction is set to a row by default. That's why you see that they got into a row, like every element got into a row. But we want them on top of each other. So we're going to do one flex direction column. Okay, that's going to make it go on top of each other when it wants to behave like it's supposed to behave. Like now what? Did I not spell it right? Direction. This is annoying. Justify, content, center, align, items, center. What did I do? Flex direction, row? That doesn't make sense. Column. Maybe I spelled it. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, I did spell it wrong. Okay, so that's what it is. But actually everything is justified. Align. Oh, I don't want. Why did I write align item center? I don't want that. I want align items F. Oh, wait. Oh, no, yeah, I did. Okay, align. I do want, no, but I don't want everything to be in the center. I want the whole box to be in the center. So I guess I'm going to have to make this into like another box, or I could just simply like give it a margin left. Yeah, I don't feel like doing that. So all I'm going to do is give it a margin left, because I'm gonna have to do that for the each one and each one. I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna give it an a margin left of like 100 pixels. Never mind. Padding left 100 pixels. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's reload this. So now it looks kind of like that. Okay, so I think this is good. I'm really excited. Only thing is, this is a little too to the left. It needs to be more on the right. This needs to be more to the right. It's like a thing that's just annoying me. So H1, card content H1, it needs to have a margin, top, bottom. Let me do it. Favorite margin left, like 3, just like 2 pixels. It's not that. No, not the paragraph. The H1. Where do I see it? I saw it. Oh, it's card content. Card content. That's not what I meant. What's the hashtag for it? What did I make it? 1, right? So I did 1. There we go. See, is that more aligned? Maybe like one more pixel. Like maybe I should stop worrying about this. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, that's perfect. I'm pretty sure, do I not have a hashtag one? Yeah, I do. Let me just add that in there instead of having such messy code. This is the most unorganized project I've ever done in my life. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Really excited about this. Only thing is, we have a few, we can do like, this one needs to be fixed. So let's go back to HTML. So this is the second one. I'm gonna give it an idea of, oh no. Wait, did it work? Can I give it multiple IDs? I don't even know. This is such a mess. I should have done a class of 2 and then an ID of something else. So card 2, paragraph 2. Or I don't think it accepts numbers. Hold on. So let me do card 2 or card paragraph 2. And then over here, I'll go card paragraph 2 and then give it a width. I'll change, it's the same thing as paragraph 1 for the card content. Card content paragraph 1, I just have to find it. Card content paragraph, it's this, right? I just need it to be a little less of that. So instead of a width of 280, let's do a width of 350 pixels. There we go. But it's not supposed to be, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So this is good, but then I also want the last one to also be, let me give the last one an ID. This is so bad. The paragraph, where is it? An ID of CP3. So card paragraph 3. So card 3, paragraph 3, etc. Let's do hashtag CP3. And then it should kind of change over here. So you could see the difference. There is no difference. Okay, so here's the problem. Let me go over here. And then I think I'm going to have to just, actually, I'll just change it to CP3 here, delete this, and then make this like 450. Why is it not changing? Did I do something wrong? CP3. Oh, I did the, oh my god. I did the heading instead of the paragraph. What if I do this? Yeah, so I could just go back up here and out of that CP3 and then delete all of this. Save that and see what that shows us here. Interesting. So for the second one though, yo, did I delete? Where is my, oh, okay. So for the card 2, it's supposed to be, okay, how about a width of 500 pixels? Like, I don't know what's wrong with this thing, honestly. Oh, it's because I did, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? Instead of putting it for card 2, right? Over here, card 2, right here. I did it over here. It's supposed to go over here. Same mistake. Put that in there. Now, it's nice and pretty. But we still need, now I think I'm going to have to make it different. So let's do, this is CP3, that's fine. Let's delete CP3 from here, but then make it like 500 pixels and save it and then see if it changes. Oh, come on, bro. I don't have time for this. I really don't. So it's an ID of card grid button 3. This is card 1. This is card 2. And in this card we have CP2. So what's the issue? Oh, because I was writing them as... Jesus Christ, I can't do this anymore. See, that's like better. Okay, I don't even care at this point. Okay, let's remove the border so now we can kind of see things being pretty. So let's do... Oh wait, not these. I have to be careful. So let's go back. Okay, so grid, border, get rid of the yellow. Card content, get rid of this whole thing. And then this. Border of the thumbnail, that gets rid of the blue. And then I think that's all there is to it. Oh yeah, no, the buttons have a border. Have to find those. So the grid buttons, they have a border, gotta get rid of those. That gets rid of that line. It's bad that when I hover over that one, there's that problem there. Hold on, so the grid B2, when I hover over grid B2, why is there padding? Oh, it's because there's border, and if I don't have the border, then nothing happens. But then why is this a problem? Like, what if I do box sizing, border, box? No, because then that just defeats the purpose. I don't know. I just hate it that it does that. So you know what, maybe the size difference isn't a big deal. Yeah, let me just get rid of that. Okay. I'd rather not have that hover effect on the things. Oh, I just realized I did like 2 separate. I might as well just take... I might as well just change... Wait, now it's back to yellow. I'm so confused. You don't even understand how confused I am. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Okay, I'm not going to do the drop down because I haven't done that since I first started learning. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to stop here because I know myself, and I'll probably start doing this and then I'll get lost and then I'll take an entire day and I don't have time for that. So this is what it looks like. We got this done, so this is what we have so far. Maybe I should get rid of this big gap over here. I don't like that gap. Let me get rid of that gap. So what is that gap? That's between the grid and the what's this, section 2. So let's go back to the grid, which should be somewhere. I don't even know, man. There shouldn't be, or the section 2 also, like section 2 or grid. Section 2, margin top, bottom. I could just go to the grid and I could just do margin top, like from the top negative 100 pixels. And then if I save that and I go back here, it should go a little bit more up. Let's do 400 pixels. Okay, that's way too up, so let's do 200. Okay, I think that's fine. So this is what we have so far. Yes, 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 I'm very excited. And it's looking really good. And this is working too. Oops, actually, here's a hover effect. I don't like that. That's really annoying. Okay, but it doesn't matter. And we're not doing the drop down menu right now. But this is what we have so far, and I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of this. Oh my god. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at everything that I couldn't do, and then I'll start, you know, learning those small things like For example, like this icon, like ways to put this icon, or like this pop-up here, like the hover effect and like it changing, because over here it actually changes. If you scroll all the way up and you see it actually changes and you can click on it and everything. I don't know how to make it change. Those transitions. What else? Over here, maybe there's an actual thing for this, like a CSS thing that highlights like in the baseline, but for me, I just literally made divs and I positioned them here. The transition, this transition over here, like if you transition over here, you see like if you hover over this, you see a transition. Yeah, I don't have that, so that's something I could research. I could fix the fact that there's this hover effect every time. Well, this like transition effect every time I hover over it. That can't be there. Like that's not what I wanted. And then the drop down menu I could also figure out, because over here at the end there's a drop down menu and I don't have that. So that's one thing. And also if you notice, if you go back, you see once you like scroll, the image changes. Like when you scroll over the image, it becomes bigger. So also don't know how to do that. And I did look at their code, and they use media queries. So maybe that's what. But media queries for me are like just so, they're not complicated. I mean, I know how to apply them, but like it's when it's like a big project, it's just way too much. Like I don't know. I have to do better organizing because this is crazy. And obviously it's not responsive like at all. It's just front end without responsiveness. But I think this looked pretty good. I think this looked really good. And I'm really proud of it. Okay, so that's it for today. And then tomorrow I might continue on with the black section over here, this section over here. And then we'll see if I want to do the rest. I don't know. Okay, so let me save that. Let me reload here and take a screenshot. Okay, let me do that. Web development. I already have. Okay, let's do day 281. Day 281. Today's the 26th. Practice, language, HTML, CSS, CodePen. I have a template, add cover, change cover, upload, choose an image. Oh, so annoying. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, why do I do this to myself? I could just paste it. I pasted the link, right? Yeah, hold on. I didn't. Ugh. Okay, let me just take that and then close it, and then paste that in there, create bookmark. code, result, don't need this, don't need this, predicted date, yes, replicating, home page, type thing, replicating home page of running goods. I also did navigation bars, and I didn't do a card UI, but like, so I did centering divs. That was a whole, I had to make that a whole section because I was having so much trouble with that, learning it. I'm not even gonna bother doing the tabs except like grid, just so. Literally everything I do is just grid. Like that's all there is to it. I haven't even. It's really not even that much of Flexbox. Honestly, I just started using Flexbox, but yeah. So I think this is good. I'm not even gonna bother doing materials because I don't have time for that. So we're gonna leave it as that. Let me just. What looks better, this or like this? I like just this. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Anyway, bye.